6 months. You only have 6 months to file a government claim if you have been injured on government property.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's specifically talk about trip and falls on government entities. We'll talk about the specific rules, how much time you have. We'll talk about what counts as a dangerous condition on a government property. We'll talk about the common mistakes you shouldn't make. And we'll even give you an example, a real life example of a case that involves a trip and fall on a government property. We have a lot to discuss today. Did you know you only have 6 months to file a claim against a government entity if you've fallen on a dangerous condition there? Most people don't. And if you miss that important 6-month statute, you won't be able to seek any compensation. So to win a case against a government entity, we have to show that there was a dangerous condition. And what counts as a dangerous condition? It has to be something that's unreasonably safe. So for instance, if you're walking on a sidewalk and the sidewalk is uplifted or has a crack, that is considered an unreasonably dangerous condition. But in some cases, the government entities can come back and say that's a trivial defect or it was open and obvious. These are all legal terms that we are very familiar with and we routinely encounter, and what we look for to see if it constitutes a dangerous condition within the legal definition of filing a lawsuit. I remember one particular case where our client was walking out of a grocery store on the sidewalk and she had just one bag in her hand and she was looking ahead, looking to see if the light had turned green for her to cross the street, and her foot got caught on a broken sidewalk and she went face down onto the sidewalk. She chipped a tooth. She hurt her jaw, she ended up with TMJ, and she even tore one of her rotator cuffs in her shoulder. She thought she had almost 2 years, or she thought she had 2 years to file the claim, but when she came to us, we were reaching the 6-month statute. We were able to file that government claim within 2 days of the 6-month statute, and had we missed that claim because she had come in even 2 days later, then she wouldn't be able to seek compensation at all. So she's lucky that she came to us within the 6 month, and even though we had to scramble and get the claim filed within the 6 months, we were able to do it and ultimately file the lawsuit and get her the compensation that she deserved. But that's just one key example of why it's important to immediately go and talk to an attorney who knows how to file government claims as soon as you're injured. What are some common mistakes that injured victims make after falling on what they think or should have known was government property? As we discussed, the first one is waiting too long and missing that 6-month statute to file the government claim. And the next one is not knowing whether the property belonged to a government entity. So for example, I had a case where our client just assumed that the property, the sidewalk that they fell, belonged to a private property owner. And when they came to us, it was a good thing because it was still within the first 6 months, and we did our investigation and realized, no, that sidewalk actually belonged to a government entity. So what we did was file the government claim and also afterwards bring in the property owner as well. And it ended up, in that case, the government entity and the property owner worked together and they went 50-50 because they were sharing liability, and they ultimately settled the case with us.